We're truly sorry. We're going to leave the rest alone. We didn't know what we had growing. I want to start this video off very solemn and to apologize for the following video you're going to see. I made the video first, about ready to put it up, before I did my research. This is Robbie from Southern California. Enjoy the video, but let me tell you, I now know what these are. And I'll do a little bit more detail at the end, but what they actually may be, I am not an expert, is they may be morels. And a morel is actually a type of fungus type mushroom that you're lucky if the spores found you and grow. And I apologize for anybody that's going to watch this, because what we have been doing, Gary and I, is removing them, and we have had dozens and dozens come up in a day. We've probably had in the past month hundreds of them, and I'm ashamed to say, without doing research, and I pride myself in the research I do on everything. I research everything. I never bothered. It may be something special. Again, if it is a true morel, they're edible. I'm not going to eat them. But here is one that came up this morning in a matter of hours. And this is the bowl that they grow out of. After you see the video, you'll understand that I will be leaving them alone, covering them up. There are some that came up also this morning. They're coming up everywhere, all over the yard. And we do believe that they may be associated. Let me walk over here and swing you around with the pine trees. So the spores, this is a guess, possibly were in the air with all the fires we had last year. This is, again, a guess, because I have lived here since the 80s and I have never seen anything like this. And apparently the spores, if they find the right conditions, you know, they'll get into the ground. We've had a lot of rain, so this is just me basically thinking about what might have happened. They were in the air with all the fires. We had a ton of rain. The spores went into the ground and found the perfect conditions to grow on the mycorrhizomes from, and I may pronounce that right, I pronounce a lot of stuff wrong. So they will grow in conjunction with the pine trees that we have here, because I have not seen them anywhere else in this area. They're only coming up in our yard. They popped up all through here. They were popping up all through here. So there's certain areas they like. They were growing along here. Oh, they're everywhere, everywhere. The whole pathway, and anywhere probably, I'm going to say 30 to 50 feet beyond these trees. And that was it. So it was probably because of these trees. They found the property here, loved it, and did their thing. So you can watch the following video on what I did before I knew anything about them. And again, I'm not going to eat them. I would have to have a complete expert to tell me what they are, because there could be something different. You have to cook the morels to eat them. And I use the word stink, and they love the smell. I'm obviously not a mushroom hunter. These people I looked up now hunt these things all over the continent. And they'll hunt and hunt until they find some. I'm going to enjoy them as I do other types of mushrooms. I leave them alone and let them do their things. No more tossing in the trash. This way next year, there's a possibility we'll even have more. Oh my. That could be thousands. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. It also will depend on weather conditions. Enjoy the video. And I apologize for anybody that I offended in my ignorance of not knowing what was growing in my garden. Enjoy the video before I did my research. Okay, I'm going to do this video on that. And I can't really say too much about this because I don't know what to say. It's very strange looking. They get quite big. They can get anywhere from 6 to 12 inches tall. And they stink. Look at, they're bringing flies with them. And they grow underground. It definitely is some sort of fungus or mushroom type plant. And they pop out so fast. I'll walk by here and there'll be nothing. Come back in a few hours and they're up and growing. And I know it's been from a lot of the rain we've gotten, but you know, I don't want to say, I don't know, what do you think it looks like? You want to see more? I'll show you more. And then you tell me what you think it looks like. Now this one's not full grown. They get bigger, but let's see what's underground here. And I don't even want to say much because I just don't want to. And you'll see when I pull it out. Now look at the base of this. I guess I can touch it and I'll wash my hands really good. But you tell me, what do you think that looks like? Oh, here's the other part. I don't know what to say. I don't even know what these are. I don't remember seeing them before. They're very strange. I'm going to have to look up the name. They've got a top here that it really smells bad. And then they've got this long thing. Then they grow this soft thing on the bottom, pink, and it's pink. And a lot of times there's more than one growing together. I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing them grow here. It's very possible they did. What is good, thank goodness, is if they grow in the yard where the dogs are, they don't really want to touch it. Gary saw them carrying around one of these, and he didn't know what it was at first. He thought they had a ball, and he took it away. But they start looking like a ball, and then they grow this long thing with this interesting looking head on it. Like I said, I don't want to make too many comments. I'll let you all use your own imagination on what you think this is. Now, I'm going to guess, because it smells so bad, that the stink that it gives off, it's kind of like that flower that grows that just smells like rot. That's to attract flies. I definitely am going to go wash my hands really good after this. But look at this. It's got this soft, mushy thing on the bottom, and then it grows this thing with, okay, I don't know. But I thought I would share this with you before I throw this in the trash. I'll be honest, it's probably really good if I wanted to save them and let them break down. They probably make really good compost, but I don't know. They stink really bad. They've been popping up everywhere. I don't even know what to say. I'm letting you use your own imagination and what it looks like. Oh, God. And the bottom is soft and mushy. It's not too mushy, but it's fleshy. Look at that. See, it's very fleshy-like. It's even got a little opening on the end. Ugh. Okay, well, like I said, you tell me what you think it looks like. Don't write it down or they'll just take it off. YouTube will probably remove it. It's weird. I've seen mushrooms grow, all kinds of different mushrooms grow in the yard. And all kinds of different interesting funguses and different things grow on the trees and on the wood chips and on the soil. We've got some that grow really bright orange and yellow, but these things, when they pop out of the ground, I mean, I've got names for them, but I don't want to put it here what I think, but oh my goodness. All right, well, I thought I would share that with you. I thought you'd get a kick out of it. And you know, what's interesting is maybe some of you really know a lot about it. What's causing them this year, where we've never seen them before. This morning I walked by and there was one, and then all of a sudden there was a whole bunch. I've been, like I said, I've been digging them out. I should compost them, but I've been digging them out and tossing them in the trash. Let the trash people find it and wonder what it is. And they'll last for a couple days only. They'll pop out, and a day or two later they're gone, and they literally do crumble back into the ground. But oh, I can't stand the smell. I can't even describe the smell. It's something like, it's almost like something rotting, but it's almost kind of, I don't know. Nothing I've really smelled before, but you sure know when they pop out. As soon as they pop out through the soil. See, here's one that grew this morning, and I guess I stepped on it, so it's kind of smashed in the ground. But that one popped out this morning just out of the blue, and I guess I stepped on it. And so they do disappear back into the soil. But you know, let's put it this way, when I walk through here or anywhere in the yard, I know when one's popped out because that's how bad they smell. And I start looking for it, and you usually find it fairly quick. And then I just shovel it up and toss it in the trash. So I thought I would just share it. Have fun with this. Have a wonderful day, and don't eat it. And don't forget to eat the good things you grow. I definitely would not eat this. Bye-bye, everybody. So I'm ashamed of the video I did, but without the research, as I sit under my 3 beautiful pine-type trees, knowing that these trees are probably helping those morels grow. Now, I'm not sure 100% on anything of this. I do believe they're probably morels. Again, I would need an expert to look at them. I know there's many varieties of morels. They possibly are what's called, I've looked it up, there's a bunch of different names. There's landscape, there's black, there's all different ones. I am guessing they're either the landscape or the black because of the tip, the way it grows. They were growing all over here. They were growing not only in the wood chips, so don't think it was, oh, that's the wood chips. No, no, no. They were coming up in the soil. See, here's one that is either coming up or gone now. What they do is they start, no, this is from yesterday. The insects really do eat them. And this one came up yesterday, and it's already dying back. See, it's gotten black there. And I'm going to start to leave these and let them crumble into the ground, so they'll set more, hopefully, spores. Have a little more appreciation for them and understanding. They grew the whole length. They were popping up everywhere. It was like I would dig them up, throw them away, and they would be back right away. They were all through here and other areas not far from the trees, and not in wood chips necessarily. Apparently they do need damp soil. These came up this morning. I had dug them up. I thought I got them all, but I dug them up. And what's interesting is I have a very good sense of smell. So I can smell when they pop through the ground. They were coming through the bricks. Over here, there's no more left. They were popping all through the bricks here. They were coming up everywhere. And I never really, shame on me, took the time to look them up. Until I saw Ray put one up, and Gary mentioned to me that Ray put one up, and I looked it up and I went, oh my goodness. I'm going to tell you in 2 minutes. I figured out what they possibly were. I just never, I'm ashamed of myself. But look at that. It does look a little different than all the other ones I've seen because the top is so, it's kind of a blackish, mossy, dark, deep green color, see? And they do have a scent to them, which attracts a lot of the insects. I don't want to pick this one because I'm going to let that one just get a little more size to it. But see? I'm going to leave them now, but they'll have that ball underground, and apparently when they hunt them, they cut them. So I'm assuming they're leaving the growth underground for more to come back. And I already see underneath some bugs under the chair there, so there's some more coming up under there. I smell them. I use the word stink, but maybe that is the wrong word. It's a very strong, pungent type smell. And obviously it's not toxic because the dogs are playing with the balls part that they were digging up in their yard. So that's it. I just wanted to kind of do an update on that. And I do and will appreciate anybody that is an expert that can tell me more about what exactly this is, what type it is, and how in the world did they get here. Because I'm assuming, I did some research and it said something about the California fires. And I'm assuming that's what brought them here, was they were the spores in the air because of the smoke and everything. And they made a home here because it was perfect conditions for them. At least when they landed, the spores, the ones that had the perfect condition is what it is, would grow. And apparently this was the perfect condition. So with that, again, I want to apologize greatly to anybody I offended who found out I was tossing them out in the trash. And I will leave them alone now, so they will hopefully come back next year. Again, if we have a dry winter, they may not come back. This winter, we had more rain than we do in years, and which probably helped to have these things grow. Truly sorry. We're going to leave the rest alone. We didn't know what we had growing. And have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye, everybody.